Oh shit, I was too fast. 2 days remaining. Because that's what it says. Don't remember when it's... At what time I started playing this. I think it was late night. It was at a late night, so... I think the date's gonna change tonight. What is the highest quality? Is it blue? Alright. I could probably get rid of this. It's too bad I can't change the color of this. Adventure's complete. Sweet. Careful. Alright. Ow. Oh wow, is that a platform? Walking one walks with strength and purpose, yes, but this one is a busy one. State one's case and state it quickly. Scholar, walking one is looking for smart one, yes? This one knows no smart one. This one does know bubbling, stumbling one, but what business would anyone have with that one? Stumbling one's whereabouts? Why, right over... Wherever did that bumble off to? That one bumble off to? Bumbling one likely stumble off to see Elder One. Stumbling one is always bothering Elder One with silly questions. bothersome ones blathering makes less sense. Makes less sense than babbling brook. This one thinks. Ah, brave one returns to these ones. This one's is honored. One of brave one's deeds comes often to little solace. These ones are honored to call brave one friend. Brave one is searching for scholarly one? Brave one cannot possibly mean that one. This one has met many walking ones, and that one has all the wits of a wing rat. 3 days ago, witless one stumbled off to the Sith lands babbling something about research. This one knows little of research, but this one does know that the Sith lands are no place for walking one, and witless one, walking ones that much the less. Yes, these ones' ancient homes is now the domain of touched ones, and those ones mean danger for these ones and walking ones alike. This one tried to stop witless one, but witless one with beeswax. Up. Bumbling One sets off for the Sith lands. Bumbling One is even dumber than this one thought. Touch One will greet Bumbling One with boom and sizzles. Then Bumbling One will be Crispy One. This one thinks it's for the best. These ones will have one less worry. Walking One would go and search for that one. This one is confused. Take this one's word. That one is not worth the trouble. Walking One is certain. Then this one will not stand in Walking One's way, but heeds this one's warning. Be wary, or dead ones will number 2. Walking One will truly go in search of Bumbling One. This one, though, Walking One was making joke, like the time this one stole Bumbling One's undergarments. This one does not understand what Walking One is thinking. This one would leave Bumbling One to bumble on one's own, but oh well, to each one's one own. This one saw Bumbling One stumble off towards Lark Skull. Between this place and touch one's own, Bumbling One was probably there shivering in stocking. If Bumbling One's found stockings anyway, which this one doubts. Be warned, Walking One. The 3 have eyes and reports that touch one's Walking One should not rush too quickly to Bumbling One's aid, lest Walking One fall into nasty trap. Walking One scribbled letters. Maybe Walking One is Smart One that everyone was talking about. Smart One? Ha! Smart One would not stumble so stupidly into these one's domain. Someone help me! Delete! Be alive! Shush, stupid one! These ones have no need for eating, or did stupid one not read that in stupid one's paper stack? Stupid one is even stupider than this one thought. Now answer this one. Stupid one tries to sneak into these one's home and kidnap chosen one pondling. Yes, stupid one will confess, or stupid one will be shocky sizzly one. Chosen one? Puddling? What are... Aha! Did this one know it, or did this one know it? But this one... I was just repeating what you... Sight it! This one here's sneaking one. What one goes there? This one knows. Boss one. This one has seen Walking One in Little Solace. Walking One is strong, not like stupid one. Bah! This one will deal with stupid one another day. Let these one be off. Oh, friend, how can I ever repay you? Why, I thought I was a goner for sure. Whatever do you suppose got into those sylphs? The bestiaries describe them as such a carefree, fun-loving folks, and my rather limited first-hand experience has been the same. But do tell, to whom do I owe this debt of gratitude? An adventurer dispatched by the order of the Twin Adder on behalf of little old me, you say? Bless the commander, always looking out for this charge. While I'd like nothing more than to continue this conversation, would you mind terribly if we did so back at Little Solace? This place is giving me the hippie-jeebies. Yeah, I can't say no to that. Let's see why you call you stumbler. Oh, hello. I say it's good to see you in one piece, friend. But where are all my manners? I've not even properly introduced myself. Voice. Gordania's foremost scholar of Sylphic customs and lore, at your service. Well, at least that's what I told the commander when I volunteered for this mission. Just between you and me, I'm actually rather new to the field. But I've long been fascinated by the cute little critters, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to make a name for myself. Which reminds me, I was just thumbing through one of the tomes I borrowed from Stillglade's Fane, when I came across a particularly fascinating passage of a legendary sylph who is said to possess such power that she controls the very fate of her people. Now, I realize this might sound crazy, but I couldn't help but wonder if this might be the self-same chosen one that frightful Sylphs was. Chosen one? Wes! Well, yes. Well, does this one know the legend? Chosen one? The one who embodies the spirit of all trees that ever have lived, or ever will live, in these one's forest home. Once every 1000 years does Chosen One sprout forth to lead these ones into a new era before returning to slumber, birth and rebirth. Such is the cycle of these ones' civilization. 1,000 years? So if the last recorded sighting of the Chosen One was... Yes, that would mean that the next rebirth would occur in... Just give me a moment now. Yes, carry the one and... Elder One, could it be that rebirth of Chosen One is nigh? And Touch Ones are planning something? Well, I believe our Sylph friends here has the right of it. This one does not like this at all. Something must be done. Something, yes. Something indeed must be done. And yet many questions of importance remains to be answered. Such as, where might we find this Chosen One? And what is the true nature of the power she holds? And most importantly of all, where, pray tell, did I misplace my undercloths? I know not if this is related to the coming of the Chosen One, but the 12 Woods is terribly chilly these days. But regardless, I swear now that I shall remain at Little Solace until these mysteries are unraveled. 'Twas not my dumb luck that I was chosen for this task. No, the esteemed leader of my nation knew that. No, they knew that. It is rather cold, isn't it? If you'll allow me a moment of respite. Oh boy. This one is worried if Chosen One falls into the hand of the Touch Ones, it could mean the end of for these ones. This one must see for the safety of Little Solace. The search for Chosen One, this one would trust to Walking One. Coughing One spouts Big's word, but has not the strength to save these ones. This can be seen by anyone. And so this one turns to Walking One. Will Walking One help these ones? You can count on this one. Thank you, Walking One. Walking One is true friend to these ones. This one will not forget friendly one's kindness. You achieve neutral reputation with the Sylph. Sylph Beast Tribe Quest is available from Thanaxia at Little Solace. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from the Sylph Advantage. Oh, wow. It'd be nice if I could get my hands on a flying vehicle. Oh well. Why, yes, I am Professor Lamberton. Beg pardon. You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystal? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. Ah, so rare it is to find fellow intellectual in this region. It's even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity toward the scientific pursuit. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Ye gads, woman! At least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualification to handle such hazardous material. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this yard pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effect. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energy until you place within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pots to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. How many times must I have been made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurement. What have we here? Containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertine. You thieving knave! I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanation. Alas, the recognition that I so rightfully deserve. Oh, Frabjus de Kalu Calais, that I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupil, shall see that you successfully query your query. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystal from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastation and destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standard, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depth amidst the flowing water, and the murderous Mirrorites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to prepare a small fragment for the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying. But advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. So, how do I get down there? Man, this is fucked up. Kind of a labyrinth. Kind of a labyrinth. It's a fucking labyrinth. It's a labyrinth of twists and turns. Where the fuck you go from here on out? I see you've come galloping back. Have you the crystal den? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal, Professor Lamartine. Will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Alright. My keen scholar sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. It is as you've desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with aspected ether. Reminds me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objective from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Ahasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman. You now understand the method necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulties doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as a valuable resource for ethereal studies conducted by the student of Baldesion. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equal, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common. Fortunately, one of my other students, Gianna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lanosia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lanosia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Lanosia, Faros Sirius, on the Isle of Umbra. To be precise, I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalaman's talents or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she's still in Ailport, attempting to gain access to the island. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift water pot, lest she thinks you unprepared for the task. All right. Probably make a low-level type. What happened if I change? Nice. A corrupted crystal? Madame, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Labertain did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. You got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupil, which is doubtless why he bid you to seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh God, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. Yeah, technically it wasn't necessary. Congratulations, you're about to level up by doing jack shit. Sienna, alright. As I told the professor in many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Paro Sirius is replete with corrupted crystal of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isle of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questions. Mayhaps you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I have all but given up at this point. I think they know full well you're gonna get your ass kicked. They call him Jacketeer Brigadier. Because it's not unusual to brigadier. What? Now let's see. Ah, you startled me. Do you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What's with all the fatuous gossip of spirit inspectors hunting the Isle of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Shit. How... Looks like I had to skip something. Goddamn, I'm hungry. Yes, I am hungry. Jungle hungry. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody hells! Bloody hells, lass! Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, and death ain't more than death. Tough to morning to you, blood. Which way? Down? Bloody fucking shite.
the Isle of Umbra. What interest have you in that godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Faro Sirius, the Isle has become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores. And a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. By the fucking blood I shot.
Oh, I didn't read it. Fuck. I think I'm gonna make it withdraw.
Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than folklore. As for why all travel to the Isle of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing to the abandon of Pharos Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasions. It was there that I heard tell of a man named XIV, who was recently detained after from, wait for it, the Isle of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to, and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, since I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself.
Murgo. I think I'm gonna take a break. Come back another day. Well, later.